So, what's up, y'all? I'm back with another video with my Raw review from last night, October 15th, 2018. For some reason, my tablet isn't working. There's a certain amount of time that's supposed to go, but it's not going. But I'm gonna get straight into this because SmackDown 1000 is in the next hour. I got to get ready for that, and it's just too much. All right, so all in all, we start off with the opening segment. We got the Dogs of War, Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler come out, cut a promo, how to the greatest three-man team in all of WWE, which we know is a load of crock. I blame you, Stephanie McMahon, for still writing scripted promos that everybody hates, whether it's the fans or the talent. Nobody enjoys it. Nobody enjoys it. So stop it. Please, stop it. You're all talented, the three of you as a whole. Strowman, you're still a rookie compared to McIntyre and Ziggler. The most you have under your belt is a tag team title and the greatest Royal Rumble belt that nobody's ever seen since you won the thing, which is not your fault, by the way. I'm not blaming you. That's Vince, but we're not even going to touch on Saudi Arabia on this video. Then we have Drew McIntyre, who's been christened as the chosen one, his first run in WWE, but didn't really do much. Was granted the Intercontinental Championship. He had that. Then he was relegated to a comedy act with Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal, three-man band, and then that left. So he left, went to go shape himself up, come back really swole and doing the thing. Drew McIntyre looks awesome. Dolph Ziggler, the most seasoned of the group, been in WWE 14 years. Remember back when he was with the Spirit Squad, I think he was Nikki. And then to see him now with the lengths that he's come, he's great. He's underrated, but I think he sells himself short too by not creating his own opportunities within WWE. Now we know about his stand up, but we don't know. But Dolph Ziggler does stand up on the side, so wish him the best of luck with that. Maybe, I don't know, you can't really, you can incorporate comedy as a heel, so why doesn't he try to use that as an idea, something fresh for himself, to try to, get him another main event push, even if it's not for the Universal title. I think he would be better as WWE champion, how he once was, but that means he would have to go back to SmackDown. Who knows if they're going to do that at any point. Okay, so after this, mind you, the Dogs of War, as their name, don't hold the candle to a majority of three-man teams in the WWE, but most notably the New Day. Like, you don't stand a chance. Y'all have great chemistry with each other, even though y'all been together for a short amount of time. You can't say you're one of the greatest three-man teams of all time in WWE. So then after that, we go to our first match. We got Rollins versus McIntyre, the World Cup qualifier, with Dolph Ziggler in this corner. We got plenty of great high spots off turnbuckles, fast pace, a lot of action, everybody's involved, the fans is enticed. Rollins always puts on great matches, but there was one point where Rollins did a superplex off the top turnbuckle, but then somehow Drew McIntyre reversed it into a Falcon Arrow, which is usually what Rollins does, and the great near fall. It was crazy. Then Dean Ambrose comes out. What happens? Because Rollins came out by himself. Dean comes out. Everybody's thinking he's coming from the ramp. No, this dude comes out the crowd. Boom, 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 boom. He's beating up Ziggler to even up the odds with Rollins. Wow. So then, as they're all outside fighting, Rollins is fighting with McIntyre. Boom, 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 boom. Hits him with a curb stop outside outside the ring. Referees counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rollins gets there at 9. Drew's counted out at 10. Rollins wins by count out. Afterwards, we got a backstage segment with the Shield. Rollins and Reigns is talking, two champions, mind you. Ambrose is like, okay, whatever. He's in his feelings. They pushed each other earlier in the match. Oh, what's going on? Fighting like brothers over the last cookie. Who ate the last cookie in the jar? And Dean took offense to the term lunatic time, or I'm not a lunatic or whatever. Wasn't meaning it like that, but I guess they're planting seeds for Dean's heel turn or whatever. Maybe Ziggler's face turn or somebody. Who knows? Scripted promos suck. Here's why. Because the Brothers of Destruction made a promo. They respond to DX's promo last week. It's bad. It's bad. Undertaker can't do it the way how he used to in terms of promos. And I say that, and it pains me to say that because he is such a legend in the business. Kane as well. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to remake Legends House and put the 4 of y'all plus a few other dudes in there. I would say John Cena too, but he still got a baby face. Man, 40 years old, still look like he's 20. Damn, I wish I could look that good by the time I'm 40. I got 9 years to go. Who knows what's going to happen? So then, really didn't say much from last week. Just setting up for Crown Jewel and blah, blah, blah. So then we got the second match of the night, which is a women's tag match. Ember Moon and Nia Jax versus Dana Brooke and Tamina. To be honest, I forgot Tamina was still even on the roster. I thought she still was on SmackDown. Apparently, she must have got injured around the Royal Rumble time because she had shoulder surgery. Why do I always have trouble saying that? Shoulder surgery, and was out for 9 months. They didn't show a graphic for the women's battle royal at Evolution for the future championship opportunity. You got Tamina, Dana Brooke, Ember Moon, Nia Jax, Asuka, Carmella, Iconics, a few Tori Wilson. We know she's not winning. She's just there for nostalgic purposes. So then really not much was going on. The highlight of this for me was Tamina doing the Samoan drop on Nia, and pretty much like Tamina died. It's not funny, but it was impressive. But I mean, well, it was funny because it seems like it took everything out of Tamina to do that move, and the size and how big Nia is, it compared to Tamina's frame, it was done. So not saying it can't be done and anything. So then afterwards, after that big spot, Tamina threw her back out, so she tags in Dana. Nia just got Samoan dropped by her cousin, so she tags in Ember. These two go at it, nothing much of it. Ember Moon catches Dana Brooke with the Eclipse and wins by a pinfall. So after the match, we got a post-match angle where they're doing, everybody's throwing each other out the ring. Dana's the last one standing, so we know she's not winning the Evolution Battle Royal. Afterwards, we go to a video package of the Bella Twins attacking Ronda Rousey last week. Ronda comes out. What's going on? Why'd you do this? Like, I thought we were friends. I thought you accepted me. This, then, the third. But now I see y'all really was doing this leeching. Y'all just thought, because I was on the camera, y'all thought y'all was going to take my spotlight. Like, this is not what we doing. Come out here and explain yourself. It's like, Ronda, whoa! So then the Bellas come out, massive heat. You can't wrestle. You suck. Come out and talk about Ronda's done nothing for the industry and the Bellas have done everything and how they made the Divas division relevant. And Ronda's like, the Divas division was trash. Nobody liked the Divas division. All y'all was glorified sex objects at the end of the day. Not directly saying that, but alluding to that point. Talking about how you can't wrestle. There was a line that stood out to me, man. They was talking about, both of them was talking about breaking down doors. The Bellas was talking about how they broke down doors in their career. Ronda Rousey was talking about how she broke down doors in her career. She says, you know what? This is what Ronda says to Nikki Bella. Boom. Mic drop right here. The only door you broke down was the door to John Cena's bedroom, and he kicked you out that same door. Oh my God. Like, I honestly... After that, it was a lot of stuff that was said. Some real live bombs between the two. I wasn't looking forward to this. I was actually pretty mad because they said Nikki Bella was the biggest draw. She's not. Both of them are not real draws. Brie is more of a draw than Nikki. You know what? Ron also said, y'all pretty much got y'all success off of the names of y'all husbands. Nikki being with John Cena. Well, I guess partners in terms of that case. And Brie with Daniel Bryan. Those teams seem to be the more logical and rational of the two. Security team comes out to separate them. Ronda beats the hell out of security team, Ronda being Ronda. Then the Bellas are gone. So where the hell did they go? Coward, heel. That's what they do. After this, we got a backstage segment with Kurt Angle in a Hawaiian shirt and a straw hat. With Bobby Roode and Chad Gable talking about, this is awesome. Then Corbin comes and he's like, you know what, you're going to have a match with AOP later and it's a handicap match. No. Nobody cares. Next up, the third match of the night is another World Cup qualifier, Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. Nothing really was too, I wasn't too enthused about it. For me, there was a Rollins run-in towards the end of the match. Ambrose, this made no sense to me. McIntyre ran out to try to knock down Ambrose off the turnbuckle while Ziggler was still in the ring. But when he does that, Rollins comes out to even the odds to pay him back the favor for what he did earlier. And Dean does an elbow drop outside the ring. Hits McIntyre, then pushes Rollins. What's going on here? This is how does this work? How does this make sense? Explain this to me, please. And then Rollins tries to, as Rollins tries to help Dean Ambrose after the elbow drop onto the outside, he gets him in the ring, but he gets super kicked by Dolph. Soon as he gets in, so he's like, oh, and everybody's out. And then 1, 2, 3, Dolph Ziggler goes on to qualify for the World Cup. after pinning Dean Ambrose. And afterwards, again, Rollins and Ambrose have a little scuffle of the Shield or whatever. Next, we got Finn Balor with Bayley, a mixed match challenge, precursor with Jinder and the Singh Bros. Samir Singh came back. One of the Singhs came back, and Alicia Fox. It was a squash match. Balor won by pinfall, with the coup de grace. Nothing. It wasn't even like 3 minutes, to tell you the truth. At least that's how I felt. Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush come out. I hate Lio Rush. Lio Rush is annoying. I never thought I would. Just his voice, like I wanna punch things. Just no Lio Rush. No Lio Rush. No, just no. And I'm still mad about the shit he said about Emma, but just no, like, no, bro, no. Bobby Lashley, and the fact that he's being fed lines from Vince McMahon to cut promos for Bobby Lashley now. And it's just like, yeah, you the man, pose, man. It's like, you spent more time watching Bobby Lashley pose than his squash match that he had with Tyler Breeze, which we knew was going to be a squash. Look at the difference. Tyler Breeze against Bobby freaking Lashley, who's a heel now. And Vince McMahon is going crazy because he's, we know how Vince loves physiques. And, it started like 5 minutes after posing. And I want to turn off my phone because I watch it on my phone. I watch Raw on my phone. And it was bad. Squash match. Lashley by a pinfall after his dominator with a vertical suplex. This is bad. Then we got a Trish and Lita segment. Talking about Evolution and Alexa and Mickey interrupt. That really wasn't too enthusiastic. I wasn't too enthused about that. Then we have what was supposed to be Kurt Angle versus AOP in a handicap match. That was another squash. After the match, he's doing his little conquistador gig or whatever. Drake Maverick, who's now AOP's manager, they have been for a while. He's also the GM of 205 Live. Tells the Authors of Pain to rip off the mask because the Conquistador was a Mexican wrestler, and if you know anything about Mexican wrestling, the mask is like very sacred to the industry and the craft itself. Like, so it's like almost like gives you an aura of a superhero. That's why there's a very strong significance for masks in wrestling, especially in Mexico. But anyway, that's another thing. It's not Kurt Angle who's the conquistador. It's some random guy. Baron Corbin, who came out earlier and was watching on the entranceway, sat down. Kurt Angle came out, gave him a angle slam onto the front, the ramp, and then that was that. Afterwards, we got another match with Natalya, with Bayley, and the returning Sasha Banks. It's boss time. I don't know how the fuck she does it. Well, how she does it, but I'm sitting down, so I'm not doing all that. And then you got Ruby Riott with the Riott Squad, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan. Ruby Riott is completely underappreciated and definitely deserves, in my opinion, a legit push at the women's title or to some sort of significance to build up her character as the Riott Squad had a problem with that. And then really wasn't too much. It was a good match until Sarah Logan came in and got Ruby disqualified. So yeah. We got an Elias segment. They're in Philadelphia tonight, the city of brotherly love that I can't stand. Yeah, he talks about Gritty, the new Flyers mascot. I'm not even going to touch on it. It's horrible. Nobody likes it. Even people in Philly don't like it. Apollo Crews interrupts without Titus O'Neil. I guess Titus for a while there's no more. And Elias is dope. Cheap heat is great heat, especially as a heel. That's what you want to do. So then after their segment with Cruz, which he shows off a little something, doesn't really do much. Honestly, I forgot what he did, but I just remember he kept posing at the end of the segment. All he was doing was posing. I'm like, what's with the big black dudes, muscular dudes, like posing all night? Like, ain't nobody else posing? Why are they getting their Hulk Hogan on? What's up? Maybe it could be they're using black people to using the black talent to be like, yeah, Hulk Hogan's coming back. It wouldn't surprise me. Showing off their power and their physique. Next thing you know, we have the main event of the evening, which is Strowman, McIntyre, and Ziggler versus the Shield. There's a crown jewel ad that came up the first of the night, from what I remember, and there wasn't any mention of Saudi Arabia, but it did say something about a 12 Eastern noon, I guess 12 noon Eastern start time. And if memory serves me correctly, when they had the Greatest Royal Rumble, they started it at 11. Maybe the pre-show was at 11. So maybe it still could be going on in Saudi Arabia. I personally hope they don't. I would rather them move it to Manchester, the UK. The fans get what they want. Even the premise of the name of the pay-per-view, Crown Jewel, royalty. I guess, yeah, it was originally supposed to be meant for the Saudi royalty, but you know what? There's just as much royalty in London with the Queen and whatnot. So it still fits. It still fits you. Maybe you might. You don't even have to change the color scheme. You could, but the green was for the Saudi flag. Get that. But, who knows? Pretty much everybody's in total chaos with themselves. Don't nobody know what's going on. It is like Roman does like this half-assed Samoan drop on Braun Strowman, and I don't know, maybe they just wasn't like out of it. It was too much commotion. It was so much going on. Like I really couldn't tell honestly what was going on. It was a fast pace, but at the end of it all, Ambrose pinned Ziggler for the 1-2-3. Then Strowman was like, yo, like, if y'all mess up earlier, like, I told y'all earlier, if y'all mess up, like, y'all gonna get these hands. So then Strowman, like, power slammed Ziggler for actually getting pinned, and then McIntyre, Claymore, gives Strowman with the Claymore kick early in the match. Now, after these certain things is coming to me, early in the match, Drew accidentally hit Strowman with a Claymore trying to go after, I believe it was Dean Ambrose. But he missed, so he hit him in it. But after the match, like, that really was intentional. Then Raw goes off the air. So, all in all, Raw was okay. For me, the highlight of the night was the Ronda Rousey segment. I love Ronda and her segments. I actually dropped my phone when she was saying what she was saying about the whole thing with Cena and, the breaking down doors. And the only doors you broke down was the one going to Cena's room, and he kicked you out the same door. Ronda has an established career as an entertainer and as a performer and as an athlete. So the Bellas don't hold a candle to what Ronda has done throughout all different organizations. Every organization that she's been in, she's been a champion, whether it's from amateur to the Olympic level to going to Strikeforce to going to UFC and even now in WWE. Everywhere she's been a champion. The Bellas have only been champion one time, and they split they shared the belt. So like, what credibility do you have? You do reality TV now. No, just no. So all in all, Raw was okay. We'll see what happens next week. Tonight we got to get ready for SmackDown 1000, which should be huge. Rey Mysterio versus Shinsuke Nakamura is a qualifier for the World Cup finally. So we're actually gonna have some world flair because so far, no pun intended, so far we got 5 superstars, all from America.